Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to Cricket Happenings today. Well, there is nothing much happening as far as international cricket is concerned, like test matches, one-day internationals or T20s. But definitely this gives me an opportunity to look at some cricket trivia, look at some cricket news, and also look at some what's happening. I mean, nothing much. I've just gleaned up certain things from different parts of the cricketing world, and I'm going to spit it out to you. So I know that I've not been getting, unless and until the cricket show becomes like a 24-hour affair, then probably I could talk on each and every match which is played around the globe. But well, it's not the case, and we all know that. So in this context, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the Big Bash League. Now, Big Bash League, there are a lot of matches have already been over in Australia. Big Bash League, which is going on very well, and there was one match which was played between the Adelaide Strikers and Sydney Sixers, and Sydney Sixers were the ones who actually won the match by 6 wickets. It was Adelaide Strikers who actually struck first, and they had a bit of a dawdle, I would say, because they at one time they were really struggling with the score on 32 for 4, with opener Michael Klinger gone for 1. Alex Hales, the English import, was out for 8 of 10 balls with 1-4, and Phil Hughes was clean bowler. Marcus North, Murphy for 12 of 22 balls with 1-4, and Callum Ferguson was also dispatched to the pavilion with 5 runs of 6 balls. And then it took a rear guard effort coming in. Now the rear guard effort came in the form of N. Reardon, who contributed 43 runs of 29 balls with 3 fours and 1 6, and along with him it was the Bangladeshi import Shakib Al Hasan, who was playing for the Adelaide Strikers, who really helped them. Actually, in fact, they were the ones who were really responsible for Adelaide Sixers getting on to a score of 149 for 7 of 20 overs. Shakib Al Hasan contributing 46 of 30 balls with 3 fours and 2 sixes. And that was the story as far as the Adelaide Strikers were concerned. And the bowling, well, Brett Lee was a bit costly. 4 overs went for 31. Steve O'Keefe bowled 2 overs, 18 runs and 1 wicket to his name. Lalour bowled 4 overs, 1 for 35. But Josh Hazell was absolutely on the money. He was absolutely on the mark too. 4 overs, no maiden, 3 for 16. Marcus North at 1 for 12. Ravi Papara bowled 2 overs for 17 runs, and Moises Henriques 2 overs, none for 18. For Sydney Sixers, well, it was something which was really set up very nicely by Michael Lumb, who started going aerial against the bowlers, even though he was hit by by a very fast delivery from Sean Tate on the helmet. But other than that, Michael Lumb really took the attack to the rival camp by hitting Sean Tate and Richardson for 6s, and Michael Lumb finished with an in fact, he was the one. Madison also, as you know, is an attacking player for Sydney Sixers, but unfortunately he was an early victim for a blob, so that made it 9 for 1. But after that it was some real electrical display coming in from Michael Lumb. If you look at his knock, he had 5 6s and 1 boundary in a knock of 54 of 41 balls with 1-4 before Michael Lumb's wicket was taken by Shakib Al Hasan, the Bangladeshi import, and also Moises Henriques contributing 26 of 18 balls with 5 fours, and 38 coming from the bat of Marcus North of 30 balls, 1 4 and 2 6s, and Ravi Papara hitting an unbeaten 23 along with Jordan Silka the other day, who took a superlative catch in the Big Bash League for 4. So he was not out on 4. Papara was not out 23 of 19 balls with 2 fours, and Sydney Sixers going home with a victory over Sydney Strikers over Adelaide Strikers by 6 wickets, so 150. So the man of the match went to Michael Lumb for his electrical display. As far as bowling was concerned, Richardson 3.1 overs, no maiden, 1 for 29. Sean Tate was costly, 1 for 34. Nasser bowled very well, none for 19 for Nasser. Shakib Al Hasan also bowled well, 4 overs, no maiden, 29. Zampa, the spinner, right-arm leg spinner, 3 overs, no maiden, none for 29, was costly. Reardon bowling 1 over, which cost him 17 runs. So there are certain other matches which are coming up. That is on 7th of January. It's between the Perth Scorchers and the Hobart Hurricanes, and we also have this is the one match which is coming up on 7th of January. So today, as you know, 6th of January. So that is one update I wanted to give on the Big Bash League. Now we are going to look at something which is pretty unusual as far as cricket is concerned. Now, the reason that I'm talking about this cricketer from Bangladesh, the news is coming in from Bangladesh. But while I talk about that, I'm also going to talk about something now. Many people would have heard, and everyone, I'm sure, all those cricket friends and subscribers who are so dear, I mean, they really follow cricket in a big way, and they know all about cricket, would be probably knowing that carrying the bat through the innings of a test match is when a person, I mean, it normally applies to the an opener who actually carries the bat all through the innings and bats till the 11th batsman is available and he remains not out. Now, there are only two or three instances which has happened, but I wouldn't like to talk about those yesteryear people. But the reason that I'm talking about carrying the bat through the innings is due to the reason that there is a person who is very little known. He had played 48 tests for Bangladesh. He decided to announce his retirement, so he retired from cricket yesterday. His name is Javed Omar. Now, Javed Omar was an opening batsman. As I said, he played 48 tests. I mean, in fact, he played 40 tests. Out of Bangladesh 48 tests, he has played 40 tests. And the reason that I'm talking about this person, he didn't do anything much of, I mean, one wouldn't know much about him because he has not been in the news of much. But the reason that I'm talking about this cricketer is for the simple fact that he did something. I mean, even though he's retired, but he is retiring with a very, very proud record. Even though he played only 40 tests for Bangladesh, he retired with a very proud record, and that was the reason I was talking about the carrying the bat through the innings. Now, carrying the bat through the innings, it was done, and what was very significant as far as carrying the bat through the innings for this particular person, Javed Omar, was that he carried the bat through the innings on test debut. So that is something, I think it's an exemplary performance. A person who is carrying the bat through the innings, one would probably understand that, you know, the person who has carried the bat through the innings definitely would have grinded the bowling, and that's what Javed Omar precisely did. Javed Omar made his debut in 2001 against the Zimbabwean cricket team. And he made 85 runs in that knock. He was not out 85 when the 10th batsman was out for Bangladesh, and that was on a test debut that Javed Omar made an unbeaten 85 by grinding the Zimbabwean attack, and that was the reason I was talking about carrying the bat through the innings. So this person, Javed Omar, retired with a very proud record of, as I said, in the annals of Test cricket, there are only two persons who actually carried their bat through the debut test. I mean, on test debut, they carried the bat. And Javed Omar is one of them. One was in the yesteryear. I don't really have his name. Probably it was a South African, if I'm not wrong. But Javed Omar, you know, retires with this proud record. He decided to announce his retirement. So that's the precise reason I wanted to talk about carrying the bat through the innings. Now, carrying the bat through the innings normally happens when the team is really struggling and the person has to just wait and see all the wickets falling in front of him. But he was there unconquered at the end on 85. And what a proud record for Javed Omar. And Javed Omar, as I said, finally retired from cricket. He finally retired from cricket. But he retired from cricket with a very, very good achievement. It's a great achievement. As I said, his name would be in the record books, in the annals of cricket history. The reason being, he did score a century. Not century. He made 85 runs, 85 unbeaten runs on test debut. On test debut, carried the bat through the innings on test debut. So that is something which is has to be really, really commended. So Javed Omar, the Bangladeshi batsman, after playing 40 tests, has retired. He also played one-day internationals. He did play 59 one-day internationals. He was more of a plodder, more of a blocker, liked to occupy the crease more. So he was such a type of person. So that's the reason I was talking about the carrying the bat through the innings. But this was a very good record that he would really cherish. The other news is something, it's going to be late news. Many people would have probably following cricket would have already known this. I'm sure people in India and Pakistan would have known this, that there was an under-19 Asia Cricket Council, that is the under-19 Asia Cup final, was contested between two arch rivals, India under-19 and Pakistan under-19, and the victors were India. So the India under-19 team winning the Asia Cup by 40 runs at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. India under-19 make 314 for 8. The 314 for 8 was definitely spurred up by two centuries, two identical centuries coming, in the sense both of them having exactly 100. One was the captain of the India under-19 team, Vijay Zol, who made 100 of 120 balls with 7 fours and 2 sixes, and Sanju Samson, who definitely got a lot of attention when he was playing, and it also made one of the persons in the Indian Premier League when he was playing to remark that Sanju Samson shows some glimpses of Sachin Tendulkar as far as batting. He's pretty young, probably in his 20s, and he scored a century of 87 balls, 8 fours and 4 sixes, and that enabled India to finish on India under-19 team to finish on a very high total of 314 for 8. And the Pakistan under-19, well, they could muster only 274 for 9 of 50 overs. They did have a century from a person called Kamran Ghulam, who was not on 102 of 89 balls with 12 fours, and Sami Islam, the opener, making 87 runs of 96 balls with 10 fours. But India under-19 picking up the 2013-14 Asia Cup. So, well, as far as the just to give you some information or tidbits, you could call, the player of the match went to the India under-19 captain Vijay Zol. Player of the series went to Kamran Ghulam of Pakistan, and the batsman of the series went to the opening batsman Sami Islam. Bowler of the series went to Karamat Ali, who bowled well. So that is as far as the India under-19 India under-19 winning the Asia Cup is concerned. Now let's look at some other cricket news that's probably there. As far as other cricket news are concerned, well, this is a news which is coming in from Sri Lanka. As you know, Pakistan are playing Sri Lanka in the United Arab Emirates, as you all know. So Mahela Jayawardene has said that after, as you would remember, Suranga Lakmal, the pace bowler, and Shaminda Ranga bowled 46 overs in between them, and Mahela Jayawardene has really praised that effort, and he also says that he was pretty impressed by the bowling of Suranga Lakmal and Shaminda Ranga, and I think they are looking like bright spots for the future of the pace attack as far as Sri Lanka is concerned. These are the words voiced by Mahela Jayawardene, who definitely struggled. He got some two beautiful deliveries from Bilawal Bhatti, who dismissed him with the ball getting off a good length spot, and Mahela Jayawardene was really caught napping there because there were two unplayable deliveries that he got. So considering that, Mahela Jayawardene has just come out and just talked about these two bowlers, because I always had a feeling that Sri Lanka not having an experienced pace attack, they definitely lack teeth. But when an expert like Mahela Jayawardene says something, one has to really take notice of that, because he's such an astute person. He has been the captain of Sri Lankan team. He's a very astute person. He knows what he's talking, and he's a very intelligent cricketer. So one has to really give credence to the fact that Mahela Jayawardene's words. And so Mahela Jayawardene, this is what Mahela Jayawardene has come up with. So that is something. So that Sri Lankan pace attack would be definitely looking forward to that. That Shaminda Ranga and Suranga Lakmal, who played in the first test, were pretty impressive. Well, dear fans and subscribers, as I said, there's no cricket match, no international cricket matches being played today. So I just went back and did some. I covered some cricket news which were before, which were not latest cricket news. Probably there was some old cricket news, but as you know, this Cricket Happening show is all about speaking about cricket, and that's what I love to do, and that's what my passion is, and I will keep continuing that. And once again, this also gives me an opportunity to once again thank you all those dear friends and subscribers who are very loyal to my Cricket Happening show, and I'm really pretty happy with the continuous support that I'm getting for the Cricket Happening show, where people are coming up with lots of encouraging words, and it only makes my Cricket Happenings go further and further. Thank you very much for your company, as usual, dear fans and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Your host Ram will see you tomorrow. Thank you.